I'm going to be trying to do live streams at different times and different days. Hello! That way different people are able to join and stuff. So this live stream is going to be uploaded to my YouTube channel, so if you have to go, don't feel bad. You can always watch it back there. Do I only paint? No, sometimes I use colored pencils, but I mostly paint. Finished both giraffes on my Instagram, and I'm so thankful you liked and commented on them. Well, no problem. They looked really good. Currently working on a second dragon. They both are turning out quite good. That's great. What pencils? I usually use Arteza pencils or Prismacolor. If I happen to miss y'all's questions through the live stream, I apologize. I have it where my phone is a little bit higher than usual, so I'm probably not going to see too much. You have the Prismacolor 150 pack. That's awesome. I have a 36 pack of the Prismacolors. Since this live stream is going to be on my YouTube afterwards, I'm going to have everything kind of on the side. But I'll try to keep it up here so that way the chat doesn't interfere with what you're seeing. How's my cat doing? She's doing pretty good. She's outside right now. She'll probably claw at my window pretty soon to come in. Hello! I don't have much to do on this, which is why I picked it. 100 pack where... Wow, that is expensive. So I don't have much to do on this. I have to finish just some black parts and then add a little bit of like blue color here. And I think I'm going to take some gouache and lighten up these little inside parts where the orange meets the black. So I will bring y'all along for that. Okay. I'm going to move this out of the way. Orange is one of your favorite colors. That's awesome. That's my sister's favorite color. Pretty butterfly. Thank you so much. So for those who don't know, this palette that I use all the time, these, hang on, let me turn that down a bit. These are my Paul Rubens watercolors. I love them. Not sponsored, but if you happen to get them, I totally recommend them. They're really good. Awesome, I'm glad you get to watch today. Wow, so beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm terrible with watercolors. They can be pretty challenging. What's my zodiac sign? I am a Gemini. What are y'all's Geminis? What are y'all's zodiac signs? If y'all know. Need my cheat sheet out here. Capricorn, awesome. Libra, Virgo, Scorpio, more Virgos. Well, that's pretty cool. Do y'all feel like y'all identify with your zodiac or no? Because I know there are a lot of people who don't. I'm an Ariana Grande. Oh, that's funny. Ish, yeah. A Taurus. Awesome. Not really. Okay, so I have a few questions that I wrote down from my Instagram question on my story. So I'll go through those for a little bit. It looks really good. Thank you. I don't really fit the Libra stereotypes. Yeah, I feel like some people can relate to the zodiacs and some people can't. So I'm going to go through the Instagram questions first. There's only a few, and then I'll start taking some more of y'all's, if that sounds good to y'all. Alright, so one question that I got on Instagram was, are there any famous artists who have inspired you? And I have a few. I really love Monet. He's probably one of my favorite painters of all time. And I also really like Lindsay the Frugal Crafter from YouTube. She also has an Instagram. Scorpio is awesome. Tried making watercolor birds before. I've made... Oh, well, thank you. I'm a Leo, and I'm more... I don't... So I like Monet, and I also like Lindsay the Frugal Crafter, and she tends to do a lot of watercolor painting, so if you happen to like watercolors and you want to go check her out, I recommend her. She also does a lot of like beginner-friendly tutorials, so y'all can check her out. The next question I got was, how do you make things look so realistic? And honestly, when you try to draw realistic or paint realistic, the best thing that I think you can do is just learn how to see your reference and to use reference. Instead of drawing what you think you know, because sometimes your brain plays tricks on you, draw what you see. That's one of my biggest tips that I can give for realism. I had a question that asked what kind of watercolors that I use, and we already went through this. These are my Paul Rubens watercolors, and these are the tube set that you get. They're the Floral tube set. I also use Daniel Smith, and I just recently got some M-gram. I haven't really used them. And then as for like my student grades, I like the Miya Himi travel set. Here, I can show all of y'all. I keep all of my watercolors, I'm sorry if that was loud, in this bag. I have a problem. I have a lot of watercolors. Watercolors are, besides alcohol markers, my favorite medium. Yes, watercolors do have a really cool look. Okay, so I have this Meeden set, which I got this for Christmas, I believe, so I haven't used it too much. This is the little fan palette, and this can be found on Amazon. The iris that I painted on my page, that's what I painted it with. I like them. You can definitely tell they're student grade, but they are really not that bad. Turn this down a little bit. All right. I got these to do so many colors, yes. I really love your art. My art is just poo. No, your art is not poo, but thank you for saying you love my art. So I got these for a cheap watercolor challenge, or not cheap watercolor, cheap art supply challenge. And I tried these out and I really hated them. Someday I will try to make a cheap art supply challenge video, but I struggle with these. They're not how I remember Crayola to be, so. These are my M-gram that I have, and they're in the shades of summer, so they're pretty bright colors. And I have them in a bigger palette. I just can't fit it in this box because it's kind of large. And these are what those colors look like, if you're interested. Okay, so those are the M-grams that I have. I want to get more and grow this one because I heard that these paints are pretty good. These were the first Daniel Smith paints that I started off with. Hi, Alex. These are some bright colors. Yes, see, the M-grams are made of honey, or made with honey, so it's supposed to make the colors more rich. So I really don't know that much. I have not used them that much. I actually found those on the Amazon warehouse. I was lucky enough to find these for like $30 when they originally go for like $50. So that was a pretty good deal. I had to get them. I have a problem. So these were the first Daniel Smith paints that I bought. They're really small tubes, but it got me introduced to them. See, they're like the size of my pinky. They are pretty tiny. These are 5 milliliter tubes. Compared to their 15 milliliters, it makes a big difference. But I really do love Daniel Smith. They were my first love of artist grade watercolors. They're expensive, but they are well worth it. These are more Daniel Smith. This is just one color that I accidentally got 3 of. I didn't think I was getting 3. I bought it for the price of 1 and they sent me 3. And I was like, you know what? I feel bad for keeping them, but you know, I'm broke. Okay, this one is my, yeah, those things are expensive for how small they are. They really are. This is my Miya Himi set. I like this one. The only thing I don't like is that it doesn't have like a latch. So this doesn't close and this part doesn't close, and mine is dirty. I really have a bad habit of not cleaning out my palettes. And I do love this set though. It has really nice colors. Where did I put? I put the color swatches somewhere. I don't really remember where I put them. I like them. I'm doing a light fast test on pretty much all of my watercolors here, and the only ones that I've changed are the purple and the pink. The purple pretty much faded completely, and the pink faded slightly. But I do like this one. You can find these on Amazon. I'm not sponsored in any way, but I would recommend them if you want to get into watercolors. It's a pretty good set. These are where I keep my Daniel Smith. Once again, a dirty palette. I apologize for any of you who don't like seeing that. These are my Daniel Smiths. So I have the little ones in here, which are basically those primaries. And then I have some extra ones, like Lunar Blue is down here. I have Amethyst. Well, I guess you can see the different colors. Amethyst is pretty cool because it shines, because it's made from actual amethyst. I don't know if y'all can see the shine, but it like sparkles. So that's pretty cool. And those two were actually a gift from Alex, and he's on here. So thank you, Alex. These are my koi watercolors. I don't use these as much. They were one of the first watercolor sets that I got. Yes, I do have a lot of stuff. I have a problem with spending my money. Especially whenever I see like good prices on art supplies. I can't resist. I need like an intervention, honestly. These are the koi ones. I don't use them that much. I mean, they're decent. And surprisingly, with the light fast test that I've done on them, the only one that's changed is the Prussian blue, and it's only changed slightly. Same. And the last one is a Hobby Lobby brand that I got for, I believe, my birthday one year. This one takes a long time to open. Once again, another dirty palette. I'm like broke. Me too, honestly. This was my first real watercolor set that I got, and my goodness, these actually kind of stink. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it smells like you would have to open a window because it probably is toxic. It just smells like what you would expect a kid's art supply, I guess, to smell like. I don't know how to explain it. The colors are nice. You get a really big variety. And so far, with my light fast test, the only ones that I've changed are like the fluorescents, which are expected. Fluorescent colors are usually the first to go because of how bright they are. And surprisingly, the Charisse color, I guess that's how you would say it, that one completely faded. There's only a little bit of like remnants of that color left. And I'm still doing the light fast test, so hopefully the next time I update it, we'll see what else has changed. And that's pretty much all that's in my arsenal of watercolors. Once again, I have a problem. So let me put these back. I have the Van Gogh watercolor set. It's pretty cheap, and the colors are so pretty. I've heard some really good things about those Van Gogh watercolors. All right. Let me see what's next. Okay, so about the question where they were like, what kind of watercolors do you use? Mine are drying really foggy. A reason why your watercolor could be drying foggy is, can be due, whoops, I didn't put this one back. Can be due to optimal brighteners or the type of filler that they use. Sometimes that's hard to get rid of. It just depends on the type of paint you're using. I would say if you have the funds, upgrade a little bit to maybe a better set. See, foggy. I think they mean that it's drying a little bit like chalky. We don't have some of those sets in the UK. I have Winsor & Newton ones, which I love. I hear a lot of good things about Winsor & Newton. I haven't tried them personally. Alright, the next question I got was, what inspires you lately? And the thing that's always inspired me has been nature. And like wildlife and stuff like that. It's just something that's always made me really happy. And The next question I got was, how did you get your butterfly design onto a sticker? Did you scan the physical artwork? And I'm guessing they mean either one of these that I have. This one came from Redbubble, and this one came from Sticker Mule. Do I scan the artwork? No, I actually take a picture of them with my phone, and then I email it to myself, open it onto my computer, and like adjust the colors if I need to. But I don't have a scanner right now. Once I do get a scanner, I will do that. So yeah, so if you happen to get something off of my Redbubble, like this is the sticker here. This exact one isn't, by exact, I mean this is one that's a transparent sticker, and I don't have those available on my Redbubble. You can get the ones that have like the white background. It looks just like this one. So that's that. And Redbubble ships internationally, I believe, so if you're not in the US, you can still get something. Sticker Mule, they had a deal, and that's what I wanted to try them out, because I thought holographic sticker would be really cool. So that's where I got these. And I had a lot that were really good, and then I ended up getting some that had, let me see if I can show y'all. I don't know if y'all can see, but there's like a line that goes through right here. And I didn't feel comfortable selling those with that kind of imperfection on them. But luckily, Sticker Mule said that they will reprint me 20 of them since 15 of them got damaged. Thank you, they do look, I'm really proud of how they look. I do think that they look cool too. I was nervous when I first ordered them because I didn't know how the quality would have been. I'd never tried Sticker Mule before. But I'm glad I did. They look pretty cool to me too. And the last question that I got from Instagram was, do you ever get imposter syndrome, and how do you overcome it? And for those of you who don't know what imposter syndrome is, it's basically like if you don't feel like you deserve the accomplishments that you've had. Yeah. You like stickers. Stickers are awesome. So imposter syndrome is basically like you don't feel like you deserve all of the accomplishments that you've had, or that like what you're doing isn't good. And it sucks. And yes, I have had imposter syndrome before, and I do still struggle with it sometimes. The best thing that I do is just try to use it to my advantage. So if I make something that I'm not that proud of, I'm gonna be mad at myself. I think Alex is gonna know that I'm mad at myself a lot, because we had a conversation about it recently with the rose painting that I made. I hated the way it turned out, and I was mad at myself, and I was like, I'm not even good at making art. And so after a while, I'm ending up turning that feeling into like fuel for the fire. And what I mean by that is like, maybe I don't think I'm good now, but if I keep trying, then I will hopefully get better. You're amazing at art. Well, thank you. I think everybody at some point isn't able to see like how they are in terms of skill. Like, I guess because I look at my art a lot when I'm working on it, and sometimes when I'm working it takes me like days to finish a piece. So I'm sitting here staring at something for so long, and I end up knowing where all the imperfections are, and then I begin to hate it. Listen, I'm here at 11 p.m. making a bagel and drinking water and listening. You're amazing, and I'm proud. Well, thank you. And bagels are awesome, and drinking water is good. I hope everybody's had their glass of water or something today. Wow, it's so beautiful. Thank you so much. So I will take some of y'all's questions, and if I miss it, I'm so sorry. Can't go more than 20 minutes without a drink or a break. Well, that's good to have. That's a good habit to have. Why did this stop? It's just quiet. Do you only do watercolor? No, I don't always do watercolor. Sometimes I'll do colored pencil work or acrylic, but my main medium that I like to use is watercolor. Also, if I happen to miss any of y'all's questions, feel free to just keep asking it until I see it. If I can't answer it, I'll let you know. I'm not just gonna ignore you. It's just that while I'm looking down, I'm not able to see my phone, so I might not see your question. Also, I want to thank all of y'all who have joined my live today. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are awesome. But don't worry, after I finish a painting, I hate it and I notice all the things that I hate. Same here. How long does it take you to make a drawing like this? Typically, the butterfly pieces that I do, after I get the sketch in, only take about an hour or two, sometimes 3. They won't take too long. I started this last night. I had the sketch in and then I painted a good portion of it. And it didn't take too long. How do I scan my art? So I don't scan it, I just use my phone to take a picture of it, and then I insert it into the app PixArt, and that is where I'm able to cut out the white background. And after that, I email it to myself and then edit it from there to make a sticker. And I don't have any like actual machinery to make a sticker. Maybe someday I'll be able to get some of that, but I'm just using like print-on-demand companies right now. My drawing part takes half an hour usually, but painting is really just layer, layer, layer. I think sometimes, well, at least for some people, the more you are doing art, the faster it will become. Sometimes when I'm working, it's kind of like mindlessly in a way. Like I've done things so many times that it's just like second nature. I'm not gonna say mindlessly, I'm not like just throwing paint at a paper, but it just becomes like second nature. Do I make mistakes? Yes, I do. How much do you rate your cat out of 12? Like how much do I love my cat? I love my cat Blondie. She's my baby. So the type of butterfly that I'm painting today is called a Milbert's tortoiseshell, and I'd never heard of that kind of butterfly, but apparently it's pretty like widely found across America. Don't get me started on Blondie. I love my baby girl. So the average wingspan of these Milbert tortoiseshells are about like 4.3 centimeters to 3.6. And I went ahead and did a little diagram here. So you can see that it is not drawn to scale in the slightest. It's probably like about double to triple the size that I'm actually doing. Blondie is adorable, I agree. So these butterflies can be found throughout western and eastern US. And there's also a whole lot of them in like Alaska and Canada from what I've found, which is interesting to me. I wouldn't think that they would be found in Alaska, but that's pretty cool. They like to live in wetlands, like wet woodlands and marshes. And what's sad is that do I play any instruments? I used to when I was in high school and elementary and middle school. Oh my goodness. Ads are so loud. Whenever I was in school, I used to play the clarinet. Okay, so the saddest thing about butterflies is that they tend to not live that long. These right here in particular live like approximately 10 days, which is pretty sad. I'm thinking that's by the time they turn into a butterfly, not like from caterpillar stage up until butterfly. But that's pretty sad. Used to play the trombone. That's awesome. Yeah, 10 days. Isn't that sad? Like, they gotta hurry up and find a mate and stuff within that amount of time. That's a lot of pressure. I think I saw that they can mate like 2 times a year. So, which is pretty cool. Now, another interesting fact here is their diet, which is very strange. There's one in particular that I did not expect. So like with butterflies, you expect them to to eat like nectar and stuff like that. Well, these butterflies will eat flower nectar, plant sap, rotting fruit, and also dung, which is interesting. If you don't know what dung is, it's basically like the excrement of animals, or like manure, which is very interesting. Some white turtles can live for over 100 years. Some turtles can live for a long time, right? Isn't that so weird? I did not expect a butterfly to like have that in their diet. I had to like reread the facts that I saw on them. I'm like, that can't be right. I'm looking at something different. For those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, I'm going to be doing a lot more of these butterfly types of paintings like this. And with every butterfly, I'm going to try to give some like facts about them. I think it would be a really cool way of educating people, because like I thought that was interesting and I didn't know anything about that. And if I thought that was weird, I'm pretty sure some other people will find that weird and cool too. I did not know what an interesting fact. It is pretty interesting. It's really weird. I don't know if maybe like what attracts them to that, but it is strange indeed. So I'm finishing up on most of the watercolor part. I'm gonna have to do left is mix up some pale yellow gouache and put it here along these edges and then on these little dots here. Drawing a dragon, the legs are infuriating to make. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. Alright, I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. I've heard that likes help push the live out to other people. You don't have to like the video. It's totally fine. But if you feel like it, then you can. I'll appreciate you. Well, I'll appreciate you even more because you're already here, so. Someone gifted me something. Oh, thank you. I can't really tell that much because of my the tripod that I use. The thing covers the screen a little bit. But thank you for someone who gifted. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you so much. Look at me again, another dirty palette. I have a problem. Hopefully the butterfly is not covered by y'all's chat. I don't want that to happen. Again, the only reason I have this on the side is because I'm going to be uploading this live stream to YouTube later, or at least by tomorrow, hopefully. So if you miss it, or if you can't watch the whole thing, you can watch it back there. Turn this music back up. So where's everyone tuning in from? If other people, new people are here. If you don't know me, if you just see me on your For You page or something and you happen to join, I'm from Texas. So hello and, well, howdy y'all and yeehaw. Well, thank you for the 108 likes. I appreciate it. You're from Mars? Awesome. From Texas? Awesome. That's where I'm from. Nice to have fellow Texans here. They have this kind of sunburst look where this area is a lot paler in comparison to the outer edged orange. Again, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask me. If I miss it, I'm so sorry. Georgia. Also, if my music's too loud, feel free to let me know and I will turn it down. Or if it's not loud enough, I'll turn it up. On TikTok, you're more likely to have people from your state see your stuff. Well, that's not good because I don't tell anybody who I know in person, besides like a few people, that I have a TikTok. So hopefully nobody finds me that I know. Tomorrow, since it's Monday, I will have the winner of the giveaway announced. So for those of you who were able to join the giveaway, best of luck. And I'll show you how I'm doing it. So everybody's name is put into this bucket here. I'm gonna mix it around and then like draw one. And everyone's name is put on the exact same size of like index card and they're all folded the same way. So one person's gonna win. And this is an amazing amount of people who joined, so I thank y'all so much. And I'm sorry to those of you who weren't in the US so you couldn't join. Hopefully the next time I do a giveaway I'll be able to do international shipping and stuff. I don't have the money to do that right now, but hopefully next time. Congrats to whoever wins. Sadly, I'm in the UK. I'm sorry. Yeah, next time I'm gonna try to make it where I can ship internationally. I'm still trying to learn. I don't really, like, if I were to write the envelope, do I write it the same way I would write it here in America, or do I have to, like, do it different? Like, that probably sounds really dumb. Like, it's probably a dumb question, but it's a genuine one that I have. It's okay, don't worry. It's whatever's easy for you. Oh, well, thank you. Mailing stuff is hard. Yes, it is hard. Since I started selling to people that were, like, not just my in real life friends and family, I finally got some of my art shipped to Maine and, like, Delaware, and to me that's awesome, because, like, before then all of my stuff had been just staying pretty much in Texas. So it's a nice change, and it's nice to know that my art's somewhere other than where I am. My parrot Ziggy. Oh, he's staring at that. He's gonna take your bagel. All right. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, I have a poll on there right now on my story about what butterfly I should do next. I have 3 choices to pick from. One is a pipevine swallowtail. It's a blue butterfly. The other one's like, I think I'm going to say this right, a malachite butterfly, and it is a green one. And the last one is a monarch. And right now the pipevine swallowtail is winning, but it's pretty close with the other 2. So if you haven't voted and you would like to, go check out my story and give a little vote. So have any of you ever seen this type of butterfly? Because personally I haven't. But I don't think these are pretty common in Texas. I think it's a little bit further up. Is the stone, malachite stone, is it a green one? Because the butterfly's green, so maybe that's why it's called that. I'm not 100% sure. Your granddad's seen one? That's awesome. I'm trying to remember to, like, say what y'all are saying, because if I put this on YouTube, people aren't going to know what I'm talking about. They're going to think I'm talking to myself, and I don't want people thinking I'm that crazy. It's green? Okay, so that's probably why they named that butterfly that, because it's a pretty bright green butterfly. Which I know I just did a green butterfly for the cerebral palsy awareness, but I don't mind doing another. I'm going through a whole chart of different butterfly types in the North Americas right now, and then pretty soon I'll branch out to other places. I just want to have a whole bunch of different butterflies. Is the giveaway still open? No, I'm sorry. The giveaway closed Friday at 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time. But I will have more giveaways in the future, hopefully, so you're not out of luck completely. And hopefully next time I'll be able to ship internationally, so. It's almost tealish sometimes, or more green. Well, that's pretty cool. I'll have to look up that stone. I didn't mean to put that much. That kind of... Oops. Yes, I already saw that video of the green butterfly. Awesome. Thank you for viewing it. I appreciate it. I'm planting some flowers for this spring, so hopefully I'll be able to get some pictures of my own, of some more butterflies and flowers to paint. If not, I'm gonna be really sad. I suppose it's harder to win if it's international as well, because there's more people. That's true, and I honestly was surprised at how many people joined this time. I really didn't expect so many people to join, so I'm really thankful for that. I think sometimes it's hard for me to, I guess it goes back to imposter syndrome like we were talking about earlier. It's hard for me to think that people would want something that I do. Or make or something, you know? Oh my goodness, you should see my grand's garden. It's like a rainbow jungle. That's awesome. Someday I want to make, we've been on here for almost an hour. Oh my goodness. I think I got carried away. Well, I'm almost done, so I'm just going to stick around for a little longer. I just have to finish this little area and then cover this part up, and then I'll be done. Someday I want to make a garden. When I get my own house and stuff, and have like a bunch of flowers everywhere. Okay, let me cover this with some white gouache because that's an uh-oh. So thank y'all so much for joining. Y'all are awesome. And I'm glad I wasn't as nervous this time as I was last time. And hopefully I can see y'all in the next live, whenever that's going to be. I'm hoping to do lives. Probably have to leave in 15 minutes for dinner. No worries, I'm about to stop. So I'm probably going to be doing lives at the end of every month or so. I can't do it all the time because I don't have a lot of like bandwidth or Wi-Fi. So don't expect it all the time, but hopefully at the end of every month. So thank you so much for joining. Wait, where are you going? I'm leaving. It's the end of the live. But thank y'all for joining, okay? I appreciate y'all. Y'all are awesome. And remember, stay creative and be kind. I gotta remember how to end this live. Got more commissions last week. That's awesome. All right, goodbye. Thank y'all for joining.